Hey guys, happy Lammas or Lughnassad in the north and happy Imbolc in the south. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. I'm just back up the camera here. We have Mr. Wally Walito asleep on the little bed back there once again. Loki's upstairs, but hopefully he'll come downstairs at some point because it's too hot up there. Hey, Lady Night, happy Lammas to you as well. So, yeah, it's been quite warm, and I hear from my friends in the UK that it's been super hot over there as well. Hey, Karina. So yeah, like my bestie in Belgium, she says that they're having like a heat wave again. So she said it's best to just wear like a dress, like I'm wearing a dress today because I don't need all the extra like clothes, like shorts and everything. I'm like, just gotta stay cool, you know? Hey, Susie. Yep, Wally Wally Toes right back there. Hey, Essence. So yeah, it was, at least here in Spring Valley, it was in the upper 90s degrees Fahrenheit. And Kovacs Karita is here. Hello. So yeah, a little bit warm. Where my dude was working yesterday in Campo, it was I think 103. So hey, Sherry Bug, you might recognize the thumbnail. And Miranda's here. Hello, Chantal. Hello, hello. So yeah, whether you guys are in the north or south, I hope you guys are having a great August 1st. So what are your guys' plans? Sherry Bug said, sure did. Loki's good. He's upstairs asleep. I'm hoping he'll come down here because it's a lot cooler downstairs than it is upstairs. So like hopefully Mr. Panther will come down here. But yeah, I want to have a little bit of magical fun with you guys. I do want to show you guys my altar, but my altar is upstairs. But so we'll take a little field trip, but then we'll come back down here. Lady Night is heading out for a little ritual in a few hours when it's dark. Ooh, okay. So any other plans for anybody else? So Lady Night's got a ritual coming up. Miranda, I'm gonna go plant shopping today. I hope you guys have a good day. Ooh, I love plant shopping. Like I get into like the nurseries, like, and I'm like, ooh, we could do this, and we could do this, and we could do this, then we could bring this into the yard, and then it's like, just a couple plants at a time. Chantal says, watching you tonight. Woo woo. So yeah, I will go plant shopping again when I know that the gophers have fully left our yard, because otherwise I'd just be sacrificing a plant to a gopher, and yeah, I don't feel like doing that. So we'll wait till the gophers are fully gone, and then we'll finally work on the Swiss cheese called my backyard. And I don't even know why they're in the a couple of them came back in the front yard, and they just put holes in like dirt. There wasn't even any plants there. I'm like, what are you eating? But anyway, I do have my tea. Probably should have been iced tea, but oh, so Wally is doing a lot better. Actually, he's still asleep. He's in a little round circle, right there against the window. He's doing a lot better. Every day he's a little more Wally, a little more himself. I was so excited when he likes to be held like a baby, so he usually like jumps up for you to catch him. Like he jumps up with his arms out. He's like, wee, and he like tries to jump into your chest. And so I grab him, and then I hold him like a little baby. And I finally heard his big loud purr. He has the loudest purr ever, and he hasn't really purred since he had gotten sick. And so it's nice to finally hear the big loud Wally purr once again. We started hearing it a little bit like a few days ago, and then today I'm so happy to hear his purr. So yeah, he's working on growing all that fur back, on his tummy, around his little private area, his legs. Lady Knight said, OMG, cat jumping into your arms, priceless. Glad to hear he's doing better. Yeah, he is. And Loki has been good enough not to try to tackle him, you know, so I think he knows that, you know, Wally's not 100%, so that's good. And a crone's intuition is here. Hello, hello. Oh, and just outside the window, it just kind of fluttered off, was a little orange butterfly. Oh, speaking of butterflies, we have well, it was a bunch of milkweed, but it's been eaten by our Monarch caterpillars. And we have a few chunky caterpillars left that need to finish up eating some leaves. I have no idea where they're making their chrysalises this year, because apparently, like, our yard is usually Monarch City every year, because we got a big wall that like divides the upper and lower half of the yard. And there was one year where it was just like chrysalises all over that wall, and I got video, like, of like butterflies coming out of their chrysalis and drying off their wings and all of that. And I would put my hand underneath to make sure they didn't fall in the dirt down below. And it was like literally so many butterflies like hatching that I could videotape it all. So yeah, I actually have video of like butterflies, like, boom. It's so cool. So anyway, the August reading is up for you guys on my channel. It went live at midnight today. And it has Larry the lobster, because everybody had requested that I use a stuffed animal again for the monthly reading. And so I chose Larry the lobster. And he did the reading for August. So I hope you guys enjoy it. He got to pick some cards, and he had a little public service announcement at the very end of the video. And so you guys should definitely go check it out. I think it was a good reading. You know, very interesting with Larry. Sharebug said, our local high school's vocational agricultural class has an early project of collecting milkweed pods and then planting the seeds all over. That is awesome. So cool. Yeah. And I always worry because I'll see some butterflies coming and doing their little egg drop off on the milkweed. And then I'm like, oh, I don't know if we have enough milkweed, because you need roughly, I think it's like 20 leaves per caterpillar. And when there's a bazillion caterpillars, I'm like, oh, I don't think we have enough milkweed. But luckily, our milkweed has spread its seed kind of like around the yard. So I was like, what is this? And there's like milkweed growing in like odd places, which is good. And the caterpillars found it, like they were like across the yard trying to find the extra milkweed. So I'm happy that they're all fed. I don't want any of them to die. I'm like, live, little monarchs, live. And Shadowlander's here. Hello, hello. And so, oh, Larry, Susie says hello. Top of the morning to ya. So yeah, you guys go check out Larry's video. Okay, so anything else that you guys are doing this weekend as we go into our little turn of season in the north and south? So we have people doing ritual, we have people plant shopping, we have people just hanging out. Sherry Bug said Larry's reading was fun. Those are like, when I get to like be a little bit more creative and it's not just like me in the video like doing a reading, like those are my favorite type of videos to like just, I don't know, I kind of feel like a kid again, because when I was a kid I used to do that with my family's camcorder, like the big go heavy like VHS like camcorders, and I would like film like my Barbies having soap operas and stuff like that. So this is really just an extension of my childhood, I mean. So I'm wondering like who I could use next month. Okay, so I have some things for you guys today. I think you guys will like it because I want to have, of course, a little bit more fun because it's August 1st and Lammas / Imbolc going on. Yes, Barbie soap opera. And it was always Todd. Todd was always causing trouble between like Barbie and Ken and like all her friends. And it's like, Todd. Sherry Buck said, I actually am able to have my window open today, only in the 78s today with clouds and some rain. Well, it's only like 85 right now, so we're all good. It's 85 and it's 10:44 a.m. Chantal said the inner child is coming out. Yes. Karina, I'm going to do a live pick a card with you guys / some other good stuff. So that was kind of like my fun idea for us today. Shadowlander said, I'm working on writing a couple of stories and trying to get one published. Oh, cool. I'm also doing more YouTube videos of dance and guitar, ukulele practice. That is so cool. And Michelle is here. Hello, hello. Okay, so I do want to share a couple of new decks with you guys, and they will be a part of your pick a card today. So I'll have like 3 or 4 piles, and then we'll do like a live pick a card. You know, I thought that might be fun. And I want to use my, this is the Hedge Witch Botanical Oracle, which is in here, to pick a card for you guys. And then we'll look inside my Herbal Encyclopedia here, so that you can get like maybe a little spell that you could do. I mean, you don't have to do spells like verbatim the way they are in books, because I don't. I use them as inspiration for something that I could make, you know, all as it pertains to me and my magic and all that good stuff. So I'll put this aside here. Let me show you the 2 new decks, and then hey, let's get into a little pick a card. Let's see. Oh, Marina's here. Oh, happy Saturday. It says, I just came home. Glad to see you all. Well, good to see you energetically too. Okay, so the first deck that is new. These 2 just showed up yesterday, and one of them is the Tarot Cats. And I know it's like, how is there a cat deck I didn't have? But this one was on the wish list for a while, and you know me, I'm trying not to like be too spendy, you know. But when I saw they were briefly sold out, I was like, whoa, okay, well, if this deck goes back in stock, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it, because I'd be very sad if there was a cat deck I did not get. Okay, so Chantal said, I have a question. Does Palo Santo incense work the same as Palo Santo sticks? I think that's up to you. For me, I prefer the sticks. But, you know, actually, I say sticks. I literally have used the same one for years and years and years and years. And it's this one, and it's one that my good friend gave me 7 years ago when he did a house clearing. And he actually got this from the Amazon. He brought it back from his he was doing some like shamanism stuff, and he was studying it, and it was like the last part of his journey in shamanism, you know, where he would have to make these pilgrimages to the Amazon rainforest. And this was one of the things that was gifted to him by one of his teachers. And so when he brought it back, he thought of me, because we had just gotten our home in July 7 years ago. And so he was like, use this anytime you want to purify your home. So I do have the like incense, like little incense Palo Santo, but if I'm doing some mega clearing, like it's this, like, but that's just me personally. Some other people have different opinions, which is fine. Let's see. Karina said, such a cute deck. This is. I'm going to show you guys in just a second. Michelle has also been eyeballing it. Emily is here. She says, happy Lughnassad, Lammas, or Imbolc. Yes, yes. Okay. So here are the back of the cards. And I would say that if you have the Modern Witch Tarot, it's that same kind of cardstock where it's super shiny, you know, kind of plasticky, like coated, but that means it's going to stand the test of time and accidental water spills, you know. It's your standard tarot size. I'm going to do an actual full like review for you guys at some point. So I'm just probably just gonna quickly go through these, but it's got that beautiful gilded edging for all my magpies out there. Michelle said Dame Darcy and Lisa Robertson are working on cat decks right now. And so the cat deck collection continues. Lady Knight's like, ooh, shiny. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the cards, those of you that maybe already have it but just want to see it again, or those of you that are just maybe lusting over it. Okay, so there are different, let me see. The minors are this like tan color, and all the majors are in this blue color, which is kind of cool. So it's not divided by element or anything. It's just divided into majors and minors, color scheme wise. Oh, Lady Night, it is so adorbs. I follow Bunny D, which is the creator on Instagram, and she's always got such lovely artwork. Let me see if her name is here so I can like show you guys real quick in case you're interested and maybe want to follow her on the Insta. There we go. Bunny D, Tarot Cats. Okay, go back to the lovelies. Missy says the backs are pretty. Yes, they are. They're so pretty. And Turid said, oh, it's so cute. It is adorables. I was doing readings with Wally and Loki yesterday. They seem to approve. And you know, my only thing about certain cat decks, or like cat decks in general, is like for the black cats. I want to see at least one black cat that has yellow eyes, like Loki, because most black cats I see in decks, they all have the green eyes. And Loki has like beautiful golden yellow eyes like this, but I want to see it on a black cat. But that's like my only thing, just a personal thing, but that's just because I want to see my kitty in the decks. Wally is definitely in here. He's the world card, and there's one other card that he's in, which I thought was also cool, because if I'm going to get a cat deck, number one, I have to see all the cards, because I have to see if there's a Siamese and if there is a black cat or a Bombay in there. And Bombays have the golden eyes. Love that Hierophant. But yay, so cute. And this, I'll use this in your guys' pick a card today. Aww. Marina's like, so cute cards. Yes. Turid said, my two black cats, Kip and Casper brothers, look so much like Loki, yellow eyes. Oh yes, represent, exactly. Yeah, so Loki is a Bombay, which is a sable Burmese crossed with a black American short hair. That's what makes up a Bombay. And they have apparently the yellow, they say all of them have beautiful golden eyes. I don't know. I think that Loki is just the most handsome of them all, but maybe I'm biased. I don't know. Okay, and this second deck, Sherry Bug, you already know what this deck is, but okay, Marina said the deck makes me think immediately about Wally. Yes, and how is he doing this week? He is doing even better. He had a really loud purr today, which was really freaking awesome. Turid said, "Oh wow, my cats are just Welsh mixed, probably mixed with Welsh Dragon. Ooh." Says they're pretty wild. Lady Knight said all cat moms are biased. Yes. And Sai said the 5 of Cups spilled 3 milk cups. Yeah. Missy said my cat is black and has yellow eyes. His name is Jasper. Aww. Okay, so this deck, I'm pretty sure I mean, I'll read with it with you guys, but when it comes to like, I don't know, for now, I think mostly it's going to stay a personal deck, but It says, I have a question back to Palo Santo. I bought it for the first time. Few chopped wooden pieces. What is the correct way to use them? Smoke on a charcoal or burn sticks themselves? I think that's just personal preference. I've seen both ways. For me, just because I don't have a lot of charcoal discs to burn, I mean, I could burn it on that. I just, let me see, turn this around so you guys can see my stove. Okay, so on the stove there, I just turn on the burner and I get it going, and I just do a quick like whoosh around the house and then just let it continue burning until it's, you know, not anymore, and it's just a little bit of ash there. But that's just what I do. Some people like it to continue burning for longer, so they do the charcoal. I don't think it really matters. It's just, you know, personal preference. Okay, Miranda said, I have a black short hair kitty with green eyes and a black long hair with gold eyes. Ooh, very pretty. Jezebel said, maybe you are biased. Here's your baby, of course. You know, he is the prettiest of them all. No bias. Emily said, Wally and his purr, so glad he's doing better. Yes. Don't worry, Jezebel, I got you. I speak, what's that? Autocorrect. I speak autocorrect. Okay, so prepare yourselves, guys. L'opera tarocchi, the opera tarot. Marina said, I will experiment. My few sticks are so much thinner than yours. I do have other ones, and they are the thin kind. That's the only one that I've ever seen like that, but that was a gift, again, from the Amazon rainforest. So Lady Night knows this one. Susie's like, ooh. So yeah, Sherry Bug let me know about this one because I didn't know about this one. I have a deck called The Language of Birds, which has a few opera singers in it by the same artist. Laura Sutton, I believe is her name. And she was like, no, there's an actual deck where it's all opera. And I was like, really? Tell me more. And so it's a little pricey, but like there's a lot of like lush going on here. And if you are into opera at all, like, you got to have this. So I ended up buying a second one now because I showed my friend who's Little Miss Opera Star, like sung all over the world. And she just got her second contract with the Met, which is pretty freaking awesome. But I was showing her some of the cards and she was like, oh my gosh, like that person's my favorite and that person's my favorite. And I was like, now I'm going to have to buy her one and that'll be her Christmas gift. So yeah, this was from Bards and Ovitz online, and it was 50 pounds and then £9 shipping, which isn't bad to the United States from like, you know, UK. So I was like, okay, so you lift it up. Oh, so beautiful with the gold foil. So yeah, Linda Sutton, there we go. Linda Sutton is the artist. Philip Carr Gom is the like guidebook person. Okay, so taking them out, by the way. Says, would you consider singing some opera for us? I will think about it because like you really do have to warm up your voice for opera. Otherwise it's all but anyway, this is the inside. So cool. And then in the inside here, the artist has signed it. So this is number 761 of 1,000. Once they sell the 1,000th one, they are not doing a reprint. So says it's pricey because you're paying for the packaging. Probably, yes. And let's see, it has two guidebooks. One is in Italian and one is in English. And what's nice in here as you go through this, it tells you, first of all, in the beginning of the book, it goes over, of course, talking about Carmen, my favorite opera of all time. I mean, there are a lot of beautiful operas out there, but I don't know, Carmen's just that's my bag, baby. So for the major arcana, like it gives you like a little short list of every opera that's connected to each of the major arcana cards, along with the composer and who the actual singer was depicted in the card, if it's manageable. And then for the minors, it does the same thing. So if you just quickly want to look up like, oh, what opera is that from? Because sometimes it's hard for me to read the cursive because it's a little too creative. I'm like, wait, what opera is that? But then when you go in here, oh, Lady Night, I love that one too. That one is so dark and like creepy, but awesome. It's got really good like music in that one. But let's say you get the Fool card. Hey, Chris. Il mato. So it gives you, of course, you know, the keywords upright and reversed if you want. But then it tells you about the picture. So first it tells you about the like the bibliography of the opera. So this is from the opera Candida, composer Leonard Bernstein, libretto by Lillian Hellman, you know, all that stuff. And then at the bottom, it gives you a quick little like plot, like what is going on in that opera in this particular scene that is depicted in the card and why it, you know, translates into why that would be perfect for the Fool card. So I think that's great because obviously I don't know every opera in the world. So there was quite a few operas in here I didn't know of, but I love reading and listening to obviously opera, but I love the stories, and you know, it's because I'm a nerdy like book person, but I love stories, and you know, story through opera to me is just freaking awesome. So yeah, it goes into like a little quick like plot thing of all the operas depicted in here, which is pretty cool. This is very detailed, creative. Wowza. Yes. Lady Knight said, I think you would also like Cinq Mars by Gounod. Sadly, it is almost forgotten. I will have to look that up then. Yes, for sure. And then there's 80 cards instead of 78 because you have a choice of either like there's 2 3 of swords and 2 7 of swords, and you decide which one you think is better suited for your readings. So the 2 that I kept aside, even though I really love Carmen, I think that the other 7 of swords used in Tosca was a better depiction of 7 of swords, because like Tosca literally just like up and stabs a bro, you know, and he didn't even know it was coming. He thought he was like getting a hug, and then she's like, psh. So that's to me total 7 of swords instead of just Carmen like stay back, you know. So so yeah, you have the 7 of spades here. Let's see. Karina said, whenever I make a deck, I'm going to send you one. My dream is to make a deck. Manifesting now. You do that. Yes. I'm like, you know, if people just want to make personal decks for themselves, or, you know, whatever, I'm always like, dude, make your own decks. And there are websites, makeplayingcards.com, Printer Studio. You guys can like just make your own decks, you know, use them. And then if you feel like, hey, this is something I want to share with the world, I think that's a great place to get started. But it's good to like get your creativity out. And it's a way to really connect with, you know, the meanings of cards and things like that. So Emily said, such a beautiful deck. I think Mags did a walkthrough a few months back. Ooh, I will have to check out her walkthrough then. And then the other one is the 3 of Swords from La Traviata. And then I have to go back and see which one I chose instead. It has it in here. Let me see. Let me just look at what the other one was. 3 of Swords. Okay, so the 2 3 of Swords we had. Oh, it was from the Magic Flute. Okay, yes. And I just thought it was a little bit more 3 of Swordsy than Verdi's La Traviata. So, you know. Okay, so let's take a look-ski. Let me put these guidebooks back, and I'll put these 2 extra cards back in, and let's show you guys some of the cards. So it has a rose gold finish on the backings. And it actually, if you see really close, it says the Opera Tarot. It's just the Opera Tarot like a million times on the back. Emily said, so far only sketched 4 and I started last week, so I think it'll be a 10-year kind of thing. Nice. Oh, and then the edges are also rose gold. Though I like that it's a rose gold. I think that that's pretty freaking sweet. Okay. So, oh, this was the card I pulled for my opera friend. So I was like pulling cards for hours yesterday. I literally was playing with this for hours. Yeah, Emily, I'm like, oh, and it's a matte finish. So, you know, I'm all about the matte finish, which is just like my deck that I have. The cardstock is a little bit thinner, but I am assuming it has to be because of the size of the cards and, you know, there being 78 of them, that if you made the cardstock thicker, it'd be pretty hard to handle, I think, for a lot of people. Ah, yeah, that Tosca one, yes. It just, oh, oh my goodness. It's like, you know, all the things that you've gone to watch or that you've practiced arias for or that you've read about, and to be able to like see it in something that you love to do, which is tarot, you know, like opera and tarot. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yes, I was having a nerdy moment yesterday, and my dude, I was like, oh my gosh, that Carmen card. Yes, it's everything. I'm trying to tell like my dude like everything. I was like, oh, and then this is this, and this is, oh, look at this depiction of this, you know. And then he's like, I know that you probably really like that deck, you know, because you're all your opera stuff and all, which he's very supportive of. But he's like, I just want you to know that I kind of don't care. And I was like, well, fine then. I am not pulling you a card then. And he's like, okay, you have fun over there. He's like, but like, unless you're actually singing in an opera, I don't care. Let's see, let me go back here. L'Elixir d'Amor is also in there. Love it. Chantal's like, the deck is made for you. Yes. Shadowlander, I'm going to be doing actually a pick-a-card. So these cards will be used in the pick-a-card. Ninique said, is this an old stream? No, this is a live stream. Susie says, I think you look like some of the cards. I like to think I look like Carmen. I thought Imbolc was in February. Imbolc is for people that are in the Southern Hemisphere. So it's Lammas here today in the Northern Hemisphere, but Imbolc for everybody in the South right now. So that's why I was like, Lammas, Imbolc, you know. So, oh my gosh, these cards. Yeah, and I will definitely do my own review as well. You know, I gotta throw my nerdy opera 2 cents in there. Molly's like, same with my guy. Yeah, because like when it comes to tarot stuff, like he really like doesn't care. But if like I'm gonna be singing in something, like, oh, like all of a sudden he wants to learn all about it, and he's like all super into it, and like, you know, he's trying to bring his friends or whatever to like come see me. But other than that, like he doesn't care. Let's see. Missy is going to be getting ready for work. So you have a great day at work, Missy. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Said, oh, so cool. Happy dual holiday. Yes. Sherry Bug said, I still can't decide which card is my fave, but I think maybe Tosca. Me too. And it's a hard decision because I like Carmen. So I'm like, Sea Cat is here. Hello, hello. And it's funny too, because I'm also looking through here and there's quite a few operas, obviously, that my friend has been in. And I'm like, oh, I remember when she was in that one. I remember when she was in that one, you know? So yeah, it's just a total nerd fest. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Let's pull a few more. Oh, is this one? Yes, this is Suor Angelica. Okay. I've sung in this opera twice now, 3 times. I think no, I've done it twice. Yeah, I've done this opera twice. Okay, the first time I was in this opera. First, I was just part of the I don't know, the other nuns or whatever, just kind of singing in the chorus. And then I actually got like a little part the second time. But so the first time I sang it was to help save San Diego Opera, because it was when like there was, you know, the huge, you know, economy crisis that we had here back in like 08, 09, and things were just like, and so they were looking for singers and things like that. And I said that I would, you know, I would try to help out. And so it was going to be like for no pay, obviously, but it was to raise funds and to kind of help San Diego Opera come back to life. And so I was so happy to be a part of that production. Well, the maestro that was that flew in from Italy for that opera was like, okay, he's asking San Diego Opera, I need, you know, some of your singers to come sing in my opera that I'm going to have in Italy, which is going to be the same one, Suor Angelica. And so, so they're like, oh, okay. So they give a bunch of singers, and then one of my friends who's also in there, that she's kind of like a administrator slash singer, you know, and she's talking to him. She says, I have this other singer, Tara, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, do I know her? She was the really tall girl with the long, like, dark hair. She's like describing me. And he's like, oh, the soprano. And she said, yes. And he's like, yes, she could come too. And then I was like, I didn't know when I'd be able to do an audition because I was also teaching at the same time. And so I was like, oh man, I probably won't be able to go because I won't be able to audition for him. Well, he had decided, he goes, no, I heard her voice. She's okay. You know, you tell her come. So then I just like didn't have to audition, and like I got to go to Italy. So yeah, I got to sing this in Italy. It was freaking awesome. And then I got to be in their Mezzanotte performance. And yeah, that was cool too. So I got to sing like a little other thing. It was just like that 3 weeks in Italy was like a dream. And for some reason, after drinking all that vino and eating all that pasta, I come back to the United States like 8 pounds lighter. It was crazy. Let's see. Sherry Bugs, the last aria I was working on in lessons was Vis de Artes. So I think that. Awesome. I know, Emily, isn't that amazeballs? And Chantal. Lady Knight's like, great Italian accent. I just, you know, I got really good at like the accents over there. And like, I was always practicing my Italian, you know, because like really nobody speaks English over there. So I'm like trying my best to talk to everybody in Italian. And like everybody that was with me in this like production, they were all American, they were like too scared to practice Italian. So they made me do all the talking, which was good because that was good practice for me. But then, you know, what I didn't know in Italian, because I don't have like the entire Italian like vocabulary, I knew like little phrases and basically ordering food and giving directions and asking for directions. But what I didn't know, I made up for in Spanish because I do know Spanish. So I was like putting Spanish and Italian together, and then they would be confused, and they were like, are you not Italian? And I said, well, technically somewhere in my bloodline I am, but I said, no, like I'm American. And they were like, you're from Spain, but you got a visa in America? And I'm like, no, like I'm American. Oh, so you're like from Argentina? No, like I'm American. And they're like, Greek. I'm like, America. And they were like, because you don't look American. And I was like, well, we kind of all don't look the same in America. We're kind of like a melting pot. We all kind of look a lot different, you know, in America, because we're a lot of different cultures. And they're like, ah, yeah, she's Italian. I'm like, okay. But they appreciated me trying. Let's see, going back. Molly said, hi, 11:11. Oh, yay! Emily said, yes, pasta and vino equal weight loss. That was, I was shook. I was like, whoa, I came back so light and I ate like a pig. Like, lighter because you probably walked everywhere. Dude, I was walking like miles every day, like walk, 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 walk. So that's probably why I was lighter. Like, it was like eat, walk, eat, walk, eat, walk. Let's see, Michelle said, that's so awesome and such a great opportunity. It's really amazing that this deck has such great memories for you. It is. So it's like, it's going to be a great reader, which is why I'm going to do the pick a card with you guys. And Zara is here. Hello. Says, hope you're doing well today. I may be in and out because I'm working through an online personal finance class to finish it up soon. Had a migraine yesterday and couldn't work. Well, I hope you're feeling better today. The trip sounds amazing. I've always wanted to go to Italy. I can't wait to go back to Italy. I finally got the Witches Tarot deck and I love them. Yay! Okay, so last few cards. Bam! Ooh, I pulled this one last night too. That was well, that was between me and my boyfriend. Like, never mind. I won't tell that story. Anyway, okay. So let me make up piles. Let's do 4 piles. I like the number 4. That's my favorite number. It's my lucky number. It's been my number since I was like a toddler. So 4 piles. I'm going to use, of course, the Opera Tarot. I will use the Tarot Cats. I don't care if these decks don't like aesthetically go together. I decided to also bring another deck down because I'm like, okay, well, these things are all me. Like I am Opera, I am Kittens, and I also brought my Athlete's Tarot, which is one that I just made using like images I found online. So it's just a personal deck. But you know, I am athletics too. So I'm Little Miss Jock. So I figured those would be 3 good decks, since they're basically me, to put them together and do a little pick of cards. So we're going to have 4 piles, so I will pull some cards. Hey, MJ, how are you? Zara said, oh, beautiful earrings and hugs to your kitties. Oh, thank you. And they'll definitely get some more hugs and smooches later. And actually, these earrings come from my friend in December. Okay, so let's do that. Let's pull some cards first. So let me make the piles. You guys can chit chat amongst yourselves while I make my piles here. Oh, why was that card backwards? Let's see. Sherry Bug said, I want to take my Opera Tarot and draw a card and then listen to the opera and work my through the... That was something I was thinking about yesterday. I was like, oh, what if I could do just like a card a day, like do a daily draw, and then, you know, throughout the day, kind of listen to that particular opera. I think that that would be fantastic. So I love it. I'm all in on that, Sherry Bug. Okay, so let's pull a few cards. Let's see, 2 cards from each deck, I think. That'd be pretty good. Okay, so 1, 2. Move this out of the way. There's pile 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll go to pile 4. 1. This is fun. I don't think I've ever done a live pick a card. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'll just put that deck over there. Just making room on the tiny little breakfast nook here. BTS of pick a card piles. Love it. Yes. Ooh, ooh, no, it cards are also very slippery, so I have to be more careful when I shuffle that deck. Let me just pick up the one that fell down. Okay. Interesting card. Let's see. Yay, I'm loving the atmosphere here. I love this channel. Always smile when I watch your videos. Aw, thank you, MJ. Well, I hope you guys have fun with this live pick a card here. Okay, I'm now pulling cards from the tarot cats and putting it in the piles and pulling some cards for pile 4. Bam. Okay, now this deck is gonna go over there. Okay, final deck is my Athlete's Tarot. Says, I think a live pick a card is cool, and I love watching how readers combine cards into the story. Yes. Okay. So this is, I mean, visually, this is going to be very eclectic because you have like this like opera stuff going on and kitty stuff and then like athletes. And basically my question or intention is like something that the universe would like you to know, like right now. Zara said, I'm doing better. Thank you. The migraine I had yesterday hurt like Hades. Whenever a migraine is gone, it's like the angels singing. I bet. Oh, long hair skinny Aito is here. Hello. And Rachel is here. Hello. Yes, so it's Kittens, Weights, and Opera today. Yes, Opera Tarot today. Definitely. Okay, let's put that deck off to the side. Sorry, Larry, I'm gonna have to do the reading, but you did good with the August reading, so. Okay, all right. Okay, so we have pile number 1, pile number 2. Ooh, MJ, happy early birthday. Party hardy. Pile number 3. And pile number 4. Okay, so you guys can, I don't know if you want in the comments, you can put whatever your pile is that you pick. But I'm just gonna go through each one. So I'm gonna go pile number 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, there's going to be no timestamps because this is live. But okay, so let me put this off to the side here. Okay, so let's see. What are you guys gravitating towards? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Tú tienes, or tú quieres. Yeah, tú quieres. Okay, so we have some 4s, we have some 3s. We have a 2 or a 1, a 3, a bunch of 1s. Okay, so what does the universe need you guys to know right now? We're starting with pile number 1. Oh, some more 3s coming in. Okay. So if you chose pile number 1, it looks like this. Okay, your cards are, oh, we have the King of Wands. I'm gonna have to see, it's kind of hard for me to read the font in the cursive up there. So let me just look at the opera for you guys real quick, just so I can read what that opera is. Pentacles, King. Oh, The Return of Ulysses to His Homeland is the name of the opera. So, Re Denari. So King of Pentacles is your first card. Your second card is Il Bagato. You have the Magician. And this one is from the Barber of Seville. Il Barbiere di Sevilla. And then your other cards, we have the Queen of Cups. We have, oh, it's Wally. You have the 2 of Pentacles. There's the other Wally card. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Holy crap, you have a lot of pentacles, FYI, those of you that picked pile number 1. And we have the Magician a second time, so that's definitely an emphasis there. And this Magician, this is from Rocky IV, when he takes out the Russian. Okay, so let's put the story together, shall we? And I'll fan it out so you guys can see and put your own little 2 cents. Hey Marie, how are you? Okay, so you have your King of Pentacles, you have your Magician, you have your Queen of Cups, your 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and your your Magician from Rocky IV. So 2 magicians here. Okay, now let me this is like a really interesting message for pile number 1. Okay, so what I'm getting for what the universe has in store for you guys right now. Marie says, hope you are good. Glad I can make it to the live stream. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so doing a live pick a card here. So if you are, I have 4 piles. So tune into whatever pile, I don't know, you're most drawn to, or pick a number in your head. Okay, so, but for pile number 1, I really feel like this is a, I don't know, I know that Pentacles is not always money, but I keep feeling money on this one. Like, yes, it could be in other areas of the physical world, like health and all of that, but I just keep feeling like this is money. And I feel like there are a lot of opportunities, definitely with the double magicians, a lot of opportunities for you to create a little bit of extra wealth for yourself this month. But just know it's not going to come in like the freaking lottery. It's going to take a little while and take a lot of patience, but it's also going to take being in the right emotional space and keeping a bit of a balance in other areas of your life in the physical world. You know, because if anything is out of whack where you're a little too far on the spectrum, you know, emotionally, or too far over here. And it doesn't always mean like somebody is, you know, that you have to be happy-go-lucky all the time, because that's way too far on one end of the spectrum. You want a happy medium. You want to be able to have a little bit of balance. So just kind of like working on an emotional balance while you're working on your magic, you know, with opportunities and taking advantage of those opportunities and saying, hey, you know, there's something I could do with that, but you got to go for it though, you know, almost like the Fool card. And I know the Fool card isn't here, but I get that. You can't create magic if you don't like actually do it. You know, you can't expect magic to just happen if you aren't a active participant in it. You know, just like I'm going to be doing, well, like lady night ritual tonight. Hey, Garrett. You know, but I can't just expect the magic of Lammas to happen to me. I have to be an active participant in it. So same thing for you. If you would like to tap into the monetary abundance that is coming this month and kind of throughout the rest of the year, you're going to have to take advantage of those opportunities, while at the same time trying to check in with your emotional state. You know, are you starting to swing too far this way or too far this way, and what could I do to bring myself into balance? Because you know that it's balance that's going to help propel your magic forward. But know that it's not going to be like a windfall of money, just like, oh, you know, falling from the heavens. It's going to take a little while. So it's one of those like slow burn, you know, spells. So it's gonna take you continually, you know, adding to that spell, you know, adding to that magic, you know, if you want to metaphor there, just kind of adding to it until, you know, things start coming to fruition. So that is your message, pile number 1. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys that were drawn more to pile number 1. So there's a lot of opportunities coming your way, and you have the magic touch. You know, you have the the know-how, you have the skills, you have the tools, everything is available to you. You have to be the one to actually participate in that magic though. And then just kind of keeping an eye on your emotional balance. If you would like to see what it is that you want, you know, come to fruition, and know that it's just going to take a little bit of time. Garrett said, I got a notification just a few seconds ago that there is a kayak accident. Oh no! Well, I hope that everybody is okay, and I hope that there are some people out there to help them. So sending some good juju over there. C-Cat said it makes sense. MJ, thank you, Mama. I appreciate you and the message you gave us. Oh, thank you. Share Buck. Oh, talking to Garrett. Us pile one. Okay. So let me put these cards off to the side. So again, that was pile one. So good stuff going on there. All right, pile number two. So those of you that were in the two crowd, numero dos. We're gonna have a sip of tea. Here we go. Okay, you have, ooh, you have the Hermit. You have the Hierophant. I've actually been there. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the Three of Cups. Hey, Annette. Had to sneeze, excuse me. And then we have the Empress with Jackie Joyner Kersey, my girl. Oh, thank you guys. And then we have the Four of Cups. Yes, that is a guy in flip-flops sitting at a gym on exercise equipment looking at his phone. Thank you. Okay, so let me fan them out for you guys to kind of put your own little intuition into it. And then I'll try to piece a story to for you guys together. So we have, again, the Hermit, you have the Hierophant, you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Three of Cups, you have the Four of Cups, and then you have the Empress. Okay. Let's see, Emily said, I chose one as well. I'm sorry, just sorting about babies, so couldn't say thank you, no worries. Oh, and poor Sue is here, hey. That Four of Cups is awesome. Rachel's like me at the gym, to be honest. Yes, Sherry Bug. Let's see, Four of Cups energy in the gym. Yep. And Garrett, that's so cool. If you saw the commercial of a Pika firefighter earning a reward for saving another firefighter, that was my dad. And the little boy walking to him was me. That is so cool. Your dad sounds freaking awesome. Oh yeah, and then he was wearing skinny jeans at the gym too. Okay, so let me put this story for you guys together, but let me quickly tell you what operas these are. So let me go back to the majors here. Okay, so the Hermit card is, A Masked Ball by Verdi. And then La Papa for the Hierophant or High Priest is also from The Magic Flute by Mozart. So Porsu said, happy Lammas, everyone. And yes, I remember Lammas means sheep in Finnish, which is funny. So happy sheep, everyone. Okay, so let's put this little story together for you. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I understand. Okay, what's going on here? These three actually go together, and then the other ones kind of make the second part of the story. Okay, so Sherrybug said, I met one of my fitness goals yesterday. I swam a half mile in a one pool session. That's way more than I can do. I'm not so good at the swim. Oh, thank you, Poor Sue. So yay, congrats. That's freaking awesome. My dude says when I swim, it looks like a controlled drown. But you know, it's not fair because he was on the swim team. He was a distance swimmer and he was a lifeguard. And so actually, if I ever do go swimming, it needs to be with him so that my controlled drown, if it does indeed go to a full-on drown, I have my lifeguard boyfriend to help me out. Okay, so okay, this has to do with the whole world situation going on here. This is the subtle romance language of your dude. Yes. Sherrybug said masked ball has a great witch part in it. It looks like it. Okay, so this pile number 2 is all about the madness that is going on in the world, you know, with COVID and all that stuff. So what I'm getting is when we go too far in either direction, either extreme. Hey, Katie. Says, I just go like a jellyfish when I swim. When there's too much of like sitting in front of the television and just like absorbing the 24-hour news cycle from I don't care which station it is that you're watching, it tends to put people into an energy of, well, if that's what's going on in the world, there's not much I want to do with my life right now, you know? And then since a lot of us have been at home for a while now, you know, for many people since March, some people since February. Let's see. Oh, you guys are talking there. So yeah, so many of us, you know, have been kind of in this hermit mode. We've been in our homes, haven't really been able to go a lot of places, you know, and this for a lot of people around the world. I know that there are some countries that are just kind of like open and they've been open, but for many people, then I should say, to kind of also be in this hermit mode, which is good, you know, to be in a hermit mode for a time, you know, whether or not there's a pandemic going on or not. It's good to turn inward, but I think by having been so removed from everything else, you know, and the things that we used to like to do, also putting us in an energy of, well, if I can't leave my house and I can't do all the things that I used to do and I used to like to do, well, then I just don't want to do anything with my life. You know, so there's this feeling of the Four of Cups being very prominent, possibly for the people that chose pile number 2 of the, well, if I can't go out and do the things I want to do, I don't want to do anything with my life right now. And the 24 hours news cycle is just letting me know that the apocalypse is happening. And then therefore I don't want anything to do with my life right now. It's just like a feeling of, But remember, there's a second part to the story because we had 3 other cards. Let me see, go back what you guys said. Garrett said, my dad made national news. At least that's what I heard. That's freaking awesome. Katie said, I turn that stuff off and fuss over the kitty cats because kitty cats don't care about the news. They certainly don't. In such a hermit mode, yes. An excess of nothing. There's definitely an excess of nothing going on. However, we have this Ace of Swords here. We have this 3 of Cups and we have this Empress. So there isn't nothing going on. Yes, there we could put ourselves into that energy of, well, then I guess I just ain't gonna do nothing because nothing's good on TV and there's nothing good to do outside my house. But there is. This Ace of Swords is we can definitely take action, but we have to look at things a little bit differently. Okay, maybe you can't go out to the mall and hang out with your friends like you used to do. Maybe you can't, go play. There's actually a place next to my favorite like Mexican shop where people go play D&D like every night. Okay, maybe you can't go do that with all your homies, at least at that place like you used to, but you can still work with people and you can still nurture the things that you were working on before this whole shenanigans started happening all over the world. There are still things that you can move forward on and people that you can interact with. Is it going to be exactly the same as before? No, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. There's technology that was in place before this whole thing happened. We have the internet, we have cell phones that make phone calls, text message, there's Zoom, there's good old-fashioned letters. I've seen on Ethany's channel and her Facebook page that she's doing pen pals. She says, hey, if you wanna write me an old-fashioned letter, I'm gonna write you an old-fashioned letter back. She says, you wanna be pen pals. So there are still ways of communicating. Hey, if you still wanna use carrier pigeon, like, you go ahead. But there's still ways of reaching out, connecting with your friends, meeting new people, either joining live chats that you've never joined before, getting to know new people in these chats, trying out some online courses. There's definitely ways to continue doing new things and experiencing new things, even if it isn't exactly like it was before. And then still nurturing projects. Was it Emily? You were talking about making your own tarot deck. You can do that, pandemic or not. So there are still things that you guys can create. And if you're like, oh, but I was working on I don't know, whatever it is that you have to physically go out of the house for. Okay, maybe you can't do that thing, but what is it that you can do from the comfort of your own home? For me, I like making jewelry. I love to draw. I love to read. I love to write. I love all that stuff. And that's all stuff that before this whole pandemic hit, I wasn't really doing much of, because I didn't have any time, because I'm always driving here, driving there, meeting this person, do. But now that I have this time at home, I could do all those things. I can definitely nurture all of those things and get better at it, because obviously my skills have started to suck because I haven't been doing them. So there you go. That is the message for pile number 2, is that yes, there's a lot of crap going on in the world. There's a whole lot of people being shut in. There's a whole lot of, the whole world's coming to an end, stuff going on in the news. But, all of that aside, you push all that aside, you realize that there's still a heck of a lot that you can do. And when we come out of this, which we will, you're going to come out it with I don't know, some of you guys probably will have crocheted, I don't know how many scarves. You guys will have made quilts. You guys will have made freaking Rembrandts. You guys will have made your own tarot decks. You guys are going to come out with beautiful singing voices because you finally decided to take some online singing lessons. You guys will have taught yourself the piano. You guys will have made new friends online, people that you wouldn't have otherwise have met had you not had this time. So you guys are gonna come out on top. Is it gonna be different? Yes, but no need to be in Mr. Skinny Pants on his cell phone wearing flip-flops at the gym, sitting on gym equipment, totally bogarting that gym equipment, by the way. No need to be in that energy. More of this energy. And you guys are fully capable of that. So, pile 2. I feel like I went off on pile 2. You're welcome. So it looks like you guys are really connecting with that message. So that's good. Let me go back. Garrett says, I feel like this is my YouTube family, great friends. Exactly. You guys are my other family. Sherry Bug, I go hang out with my 2 friends that already had the plague, so they are over it, and I don't worry about it. Nice. MJ started working more on her craft, so that's cool. Yet here I am in cats as Bombalurina, watching the news all the time because I deal with tornadoes. Well, you have to at least keep an ear out for tornadoes, of course. MJ said, I love letters. I think you put more of yourself into a handwritten letter than you do emails or phone calls or text. I love to write letters. I've been writing them actually to my uncle who lives in Hawaii. Like we've just been sending each other cards. And the only like cards that I have are like thank you cards, and they're Beetlejuice cards. So I've been sending my uncle Beetlejuice cards. And then one of my other friends, she lives in Puerto Rico, and she's been sending me some mail too. So we've been just like, you know, I think it's cool. Let's see. I did all the coursework I needed to get my RN license updated because I had let it lapse from not using it. Well, you have the time now. Katie said, I am thankful that I've been able to still work, so things never really slowed down at all. See, and that's awesome too. Not everybody is in exactly the same situation. It's a different situation whether people have continued to work or not. But, you know, it's just looking at things from a different point of view. Emily said, I think I wouldn't have started if it's not for the pandemic. Not because more time, because I still work and I have 2 little ones, but it's just because the process I've been on, so much shadow work through it. There you go, that too. It says you need to do Zoom voice lessons. I'll sign up for the first slot. Yes! MJ said, I cut the news off and started spending more time with my children. Me and my daughter have been working on planting sage and lavender. That's awesome. I was working on my blackberry vines, so that was something I did the other day. Emily likes the guy on the gym equipment, totally just stealing it. My baby girl is about to be 15, so this has allowed us to catch up. Oh my gosh! For many of my friends, 15 meant quinceañera, which was like a huge birthday celebration. And that was something that I wanted, but my mom was like, let's wait till sweet 16. And I was like, but everybody else gets a quinceañera. And she was like, you'll get a sweet 16. I'm like, okay, fine. Sweet 16 was fine, by the way. Okay, let's go into pile number 3. So pile number 2. All right, pile number 3. Those of you that were into pile number 3. Let's flip these babies around. You have the 7 of Wands. You have the King of Swords, Re Spade. You have the 3 of Wands. Ooh, okay. You have the 2 of Wands. Ooh, fire, baby, fire. You have the High Priestess with Ronda Rousey. Rowdy, rowdy, Ronda Rousey. You have the 6 of Pentacles. And I believe, wait, that's not Messi. Is that Messi? I get my soccer players mixed up because there's 2 really hot soccer players, and one of them is Messi, Lionel Messi. Okay, let's see. Okay, so a bunch of you were also 3s. Susie's telling Emily that the confession is I wear flip-flops every day. Me too. Garrett's going to be 15 in January. So excited. You're going to get your temporary license. Oh no, Garrett's going to be on the road. Everybody watch out. Okay, let's see. MJ is like, am I the only one with kids here? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure there are more people in here with chitlins. Yep, Chantal has 2 kids. C-Cat has 3 kitties. Kiddos, not kitties. Kiddos. I have 2 kitties. Okay, so let me fan these out so you guys can, again, put your own 2 cents intuition into it. Pile 3. Meaning pile 3, not 3 kids. Susie has a son. Kathy has 3 teenagers. Okay, so again, you have the 7 of Wands, the King of Swords, the 3 of Wands. Oops. Don't fall, don't fall. 2 of Wands, so all this Wands action going on here. You have the High Priestess, and you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so let me put your story together. I will have a sip of tea. Give me just a second. Oh, the two operas here. Let me read those for you guys. For the Seven of Wands here is from Peter Grimes. So this is one where like the guy's like apprentice or whatever. He's like in a fishing village and his apprentice like accidentally dies, but everybody in the village like blames him and totally like stresses the guy out. And then he gets another like person to work for him and that guy accidentally dies. And now everybody's like super suspicious, like he's a murderer and like he's totally at his wit's end. So Chantal said, my son is 16 and my youngest is about to turn 12 on the 16th of August. Excellent. Annette said, between my husband and I, we have 8 kids and 5 grandkids. Ooh. My dad comes from a family of 8. 8 siblings, and my mom came from a family of 5 siblings. And I have 1 full blood brother, and I have 3 half sisters. And it said my oldest is 36 and my youngest is 10. Oh, wow. Okay, so my youngest sibling is, she's going to be 16 this month. Oh, now that it's August, yeah, she's going to be 16 this month. My oldest half sister, well, in case she's watching this, I probably won't mention her age. We'll just say she's in her mid-50s. Just in case Tisha's watching. MJ, I'll be 43 on the 17th. CCAT, I will be a grandmother very soon. Yay. Garrett's sister is going on 10. Yay. Okay, so again, so this is from Peter Grimes. And the Senor Swords over here, your King of Swords, is from Don Carlos. Okay. Pile 3. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'm getting that like kick glutes attitude because of rowdy Ronda Rousey here. That's my girl, by the way. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. That innocently, many of you have decided to try a little something new. That you've been wanting to maybe put yourself out there a little bit more, because I know some of us are a little bit more introverted. And I feel like there are many of you that are trying to be a little bit more extroverted, even though we're in a very introverted time. But there are ways to be more extroverted, like being here on YouTube, like some people starting their own channels, you know, something like that. And I feel like those people that have put more of themselves out there, you know, shared more about yourself, been more open about your background, more open in general than maybe you normally are. I feel like now you have been met with some conflict, because you know that there are people out there where their favorite thing to do is stir up trouble. There's the people that are the I thought you should know crew. And then there's the people of like, are you going out dressed like that? Bless those people. But you know, unfortunately, we do have those comments and those people. And it's saying that, you know, yes, you may have been trying your best to put yourself out there, and now you've met these people and you're like, maybe in your mind, see, this is why I don't put myself out there. This is why I don't share too much about my life, you know, because of these off-color comments from these folks who probably should have taken a note from Thumper and Bambi and, you know, just took the old adage, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. Well, they didn't watch that movie. They didn't have Disney in their life. So this is then to say, okay, you need to talk about this with people though. Instead of taking all this internally and having this whole internal dialogue with yourself of, see, I put myself out there and then people just had nothing but hate to say to me, or mean things, or backhanded comments, or, you know, things like that. Instead of that, I need you to vent to your friends, to your family, to the people that are closest to you. You probably don't need to vent to you know, your weird uncle that you normally don't ever talk to, but but I'm talking the people that are closest to you. If you have at least one close friend, you are the richest person in the world, you know. So find that golden friend and tell them about what's going on. Hey, you know, I did this, X, Y, and Z. And then this person totally said this, or this person acted this way, or this person gave me like the side look. And I guarantee that your friend or your favorite family member, their perspective is going to shed light on how best to deal with the situation. Instead of totally shutting yourself back down again, they're going to help you maneuver through this, because we can't always avoid these people in life. You know, we're always going to have adversity, but it's adversity that makes us stronger. Hey Raven, how are you? So that's what I'm seeing with the King of Swords here. You know, you bring in your friend is going to bring in some of that knowledge, drop the knowledge bomb on you, and you're like, oh, well, I guess I totally don't completely have to go back in reverse and shut down again. I guess I can keep maybe moving forward in this direction little by little. It doesn't have to be leaps and bounds. But then that's putting yourself in like the King of Swords headspace of like, okay, I can cut through this. You know, this is a bunch of BS. And I'm not talking about a Bachelor of Science, but you know, we can cut through this and I can keep going. I don't totally need to like run away. You know, I can deal with this. You know, okay, so that person, whatever, they have issues. It's not my fault they got issues. We're going to continue moving forward. And by doing that, by continuing to open up to a person or persons closest to you, whenever that happens, that's going to put you in that Six of Pentacles. And I really see this also as like your friend also bestowing like the gift of perspective on you as well, so that you totally don't have to retreat. But it also puts you in the Six of Pentacles of like, oh, so now you've learned a little something, you overcame that little something, and now you have some knowledge to drop on somebody else who is going through a very similar situation that you just went through. So, okay, let me go back to what you guys were saying here. MJ says, I've had my eye on a set of green onyx goblets for my birthday. Ooh, that sounds nice. Garrett says, and now we know those people can't have a drink for the rest of the day. Sherry Bug said, so far it sounds like my meeting my guy and the jerk comments from one of my closest guy friends trying to make everything so negative. Yeah, why do people gotta just crap on other people's parades? Says, whoa, you called out my uncle there. Let's see. Sherry Bug said, well, crap. And then my other guy friend that is supporting me, but making sure I'm happy and safe. Holy crap, this reading is my life right now. So there you go. So pile number 3, if you've been putting a little bit more of yourself out there, just opening up a little bit more, even though maybe you're a very private person, and then whatever. It's always Karen, whether it's male or female, but Karen comes along and just like rains on the parade, right? We need to share that with the person closest to us so that they can drop that knowledge on us, that perspective, that level of understanding that we wouldn't be able to give ourselves, so that we can push through those Karens and get on with our lives. And then next time that something like that happens to somebody else, you'll be able to help them just like your friend helped you. There you go. Oh, I am for sure. You could have both these friends, but enjoy your dude. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so pile number 3, I hope that connects with you guys too. Is the internet back? I'm thinking so. Okay. Okay, final pile. You have the 4 of Wands. Okay, you have the, okay, we're getting back into the wands. The Principessa Bastone, so the Princess of Wands, which in this deck I think is like the Page of Wands. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, we're just super wandsy. And we have the Strength card, one of my favorite cards. We have the Emperor with Arnold Schwarzenegger. We have the Judgment card with the Miracle on Ice that happened with the U.S. Olympic hockey team. Okay, so let me fan these out and you guys can have a little intuitive gander. Okay, so again, you have the 4 of Wands, you have the Page of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands, you have the Strength card, you have the Emperor, and then you have Judgment, Miracle on Ice. Okay, the 2 operas that come from these Wands cards. Okay, with the, oh sorry, the Principessa, the princess is the knight. My apologies. So yeah, the prince is the page. The Principessa, yeah, she's the knight. So this is the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands comes from the opera Norma. And the 4 of Wands comes from the Bartered Bride. Okay. Okay, let me fan these out for y'all. Okay. Okay. I get it. Okay, so this is a lot of really like go, go, go energy. So, oh, you guys are still getting Buffer City. Oh, hopefully it's calmed down a little bit. I love the movie Miracle too. Oh, I have not seen that one. Okay, if pile number 4, if there is something that you've been on the fence about starting or doing, this is I don't know how many Wands cards you need to tell you to do it. This is the go. This is Nike's just do it. This is this is everything, because I'm seeing a really positive outcome. You have the Strength card, which to me means that you have all okay, I think we're back. Sherry Bug's like, oh, you need to watch that tonight. Okay, so you have that Emperor energy, like you need to listen to Lonely Island's I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Because you're the boss, okay? I don't see how you could get any more like you got this in your corner. Like you have the know-how, you have the skills. Like what are you waiting for? Like this is like go do the thing. Lady Knight said it's getting dark over here, so I'll be getting ready now to head out for my ritual. All right, so yes, you have fun in ritual. Definitely, again, happy Lammas, and thank you so much for popping in, Lady Knight. This is all Buffer World of Buffering. Thanks for reading. You cleared up my King of Swords stalker card. Well, good. And then with the Judgment, Miracle on Ice, I see that as the, like, you know, in the Judgment card, it's like, oh, like the Great Awakening, and like there's light shining down on all these like zombies coming out of their graves or whatever. I just see this as like, if somebody were judging what you are about to do, it would be all tens. Like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, like, yay, like go do it. Like, I don't know how many ways to tell you guys that if you're in pile 4 and there's something that you've been on the fence about doing, of starting, of saying, like, do it, because you have everything that you're going to need. Like, this is probably one of the most simplest messages of the 4 piles that I had. You are in that Emperor energy. You the boss. You got everything you need. You got people that are there to back you up. People are judging you with 10s, as in like, you're a 10 right now. This is great. Miracles happening. Go do it. You needs to go do it. Let's see, Shadowlander, I'm working on futzing with a story I want to get published and researching publishing companies. Yeah, so there you go. So just go full steam ahead. So that's what I'm seeing, guys. That just all of this is just full steam ahead. It's like my hands are on fire, like fireball, like psh, like a dual kit, like just do it, you know. So yeah, I love that message. That was actually really short and sweet. Like I said, the other ones were a lot more lengthy, but I don't think there was too much explanation needed for this one. So just do it. Fireball. And by the way, I've never drank Fireball, and I don't think I ever want to. And some tea. Okay, lastly, what I wanted to do with us, with our time. So final thing, and then I'll do our healing and then sign off. So you guys have yourself a lovely Lammas or Imbolc, depending on where you are in the world. Let me just, I'm just putting my cards back in order, sort of. Is I'm going to pick from one of my herb cards. Okay, just getting all the opera cards together and getting all my athletes tarot cards together, and the tarot cats. Okay, so I said that I was going to be using this with you guys. So I am looking for a card which has an herb, which if you don't have this herb, you use whatever's more readily available to you. Because remember, a witch, whether you are male or female, utilizes his or her environment to their advantage to make magic. So it's not necessary for you to go out and go buy a bunch of stuff. So just keep that in mind with whatever herb does come up and the spell that we use for it. You can obviously use that spell as like an idea or an outline for something that you could create, but obviously make it your own. And if you don't have this particular herb, you use, again, whatever you do have more readily available to you. So I'm looking for an herb that the energy is what we need right now for Lammas, Lughnassad / Imbolc before we end our chat today. Okay, we have nettle. And I do have nettle, by the way. Yes, Shadowlander. MJ says, yes, mama. I tell Tessa that all the time. So, okay, so I have actually a bunch of stinging nettle. So I don't know if you guys have, because there's different varieties of nettle too. So I don't know if you have any nettle or you have something that might be comparable to nettle. But the key word here is tribulation, but I'm actually wanting to look for a spell. So I'm going into the Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, and I'm going to look up nettle. MN, too far. That's the P's. Okay, there's there's the M's. Let's get to N. Nettle. Okay, so folk names are stinging nettle. That's what I have. Ortiga and Ancha or Anca is also another name. Oh, and there it is in the book, and there's got some stuff up there. So that's what I'm reading to you guys. Sherry bug has some stinging nettle all over outside. Well, there you go. You could use it for whatever it is that I read here. Okay, so gender, masculine, planet Mars, element is fire, the deity is Thor. The moon chariot is here. We're kind of sort of at the end, but you know, you're still getting a spell in, which is good. Says have lots of nettles here in Devon countryside too. Hey, there you go. The powers it has are exorcism, protection, healing, and lust. It's just interesting. They have the keyword tribulation here. Okay, magical uses. The protective powers of nettle have long been used in magic to remove a curse and send it back. Stuff a poppet with nettle or carry some in a sachet. Oh, hence the... Okay, good. MJ said, I'm in Georgia. Is that here? Maybe. Okay, so yeah, if you're met with tribulation, then this is really good to take that tribulation away, those woes. Karina said, I'm gonna have to replay the pick a card. Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun. There was 4 piles. Okay, so it says also sprinkle nettle around the house to keep evil out and to send it back. Nettle is also thrown onto a fire to avert danger, held in the hand to ward off ghosts, carried with yarrow to allay fear, and worn as an amulet to keep negativity far away. A pot of freshly cut nettles, like Sherry Bug said, it's right outside, placed beneath a sickbed will aid in the person's recovery. Nettle has sometimes been used as a lust-inducing herb, and contemporary Mexican spiritualists recommend its use in purification baths because it is more carnivorous than other herbs and so will work more efficiently. So there you go, some things that you could use nettle for. Susie said you could, use basil instead. Basil's actually really good. Ooh, or if you have some rosemary, rosemary is good too. I also find that very good for protection as well, if you've got some rosemary laying around. It says that's interesting about the sickness and healing. So yes, so whatever nettle you got laying around, or if you have something comparable to nettle, you could use basil. For me, rosemary, that's kind of like the all-arounder, thing to use. What else could you use for protection? You could use black pepper. I'm pretty sure most people have pepper. So pepper is really good too. So yeah, if you want to just put some in a little sachet, carry it with you for protection, kind of like black tourmaline, or you could actually put some black tourmaline in with it, Like I said, make these little spells your own. For me, I like crystals, so I'm gonna probably add a crystal to anything that I do. White pepper, there you go. Pepper's pepper. And if it's white pepper, that would also be really good for like keeping things high vibe. So it's like high vibe getaway, Shadowlander, I'm in Illinois. I wonder if there's any nettle here. Possibly. The Moon Chariot said tobacco, garlic, all good for that. Well, there you go. Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Those are all really good too. I think thistle would be a good replacement for the protective part. And mint perhaps, yes. So you could maybe sprinkle a little around your property. Rosemary, I think, is right, and pepper. Yeah. It says, or if you're trying to avert danger, throw some into like a little fire, if you want to do that, or have some in your hand if you feel like there's too many ghosties, you can use it that way. Keep it around your neck, I guess putting it under a sick person's bed, making a bath of it. There's some good stuff here, you guys. You can have fun with that. It says, yeah, I have lots of rosemary. There you go. Zara said, oh, crystals. I like to write on dry bay leaves and break them. Burning right now is not too much of an option. You know, if burning is out of the question, I always suggest burying things. To me, that works well too. You know, so if you're not in an environment where you want to burn something, like it's really hot outside, I probably don't want to burn things when the brush is really dry. That's probably really dangerous. And Smokey the bear would totally not approve. So I would bury that stuff. So if you're writing stuff on bay leaves, like bury it in the ground and kind of like almost like the soil is going to absorb it and then like make your wishes come alive, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, this is something magical that you could do today. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, no matter where you are, there are substitutes for this. But yeah, have some magical fun today, no matter what hemisphere you are in. So, okay, we are going to be doing a little healing. I always do that at the end of my chats. Let me just put these cards away, and I'm going to use my Opera Tarot to give us a direction for our healing today. Let's see. Oop, let me go back here. Garrett said a bit off topic. Did you know Isaiah's became a Category 1 hurricane? Are you serious? That's crazy. I know there's oh my gosh, there's like a lot weather-wise going on too. It's like, you know, it's like just adding to the plate of things that are just going on. Let's see. Emily said, I've been learning about self-healing this season. It grows in abundance here. Oh, self-heal. Okay, or the plant. And essentially it's great for exactly what it sounds like. It has been used in medicine for bad tummies too. Oh, and that's something, you know, I would have to look into that too. Moon Chariot said, this deck has been on and off my wish list for a while now. It looks like I'm going to have to get it. It's a great deck. I've had it for a while, and I still love using it. Hey, Ruchi! It says, oh, I'm late. Well, you're just in time for the healing. They're saying it's supposed to become a Category 2. Ooh. You just keep your eye on that stuff, Garrett. You know, just make sure you and your family are safe. Michelle said, my mom just told me my brother and his girlfriend contracted COVID. Please send them healing energy if you can. Let's do that with our healing that we're going to do right now. Where I think that these are great because we can all come together in the healing. You know, it's not just me pumping out energy, but you guys too. So it's definitely some COVID. So definitely want to send them all the best. See, Emily says, it's a wildflower called Prunella vulgaris. Oh, I think I know what that is. I think I know what that is. Says, I'm in Athens, so I'm wondering if it'll affect us. Oh, the hurricane. Interesting. Okay, so let's use the Opera Tarot on the type of healing energy to send our friends, whether they are in sickness or in health. I don't know, that just had a great ring to it, but yeah, let's send all that good stuff out there. Let me just move these decks off to the side. Okay. And grab my Opera Tarot. Okay. So I just want to see the type of healing energy to send to our friends who are ill and our friends of friends and family and those who are healthy so that they maintain their health. And also I want to put out positive vibes too, to keep people in a more the glass is half full type vibes. Because I think that definitely helps the energy of this planet as well. So, Opera Tarot, I need a direction for this healing energy. Well, that definitely makes sense. Um, okay, hold on. Let me plug the phone in because we're running on low batteries. Whoop. Wally's still passed out back there. You guys can see in the little like circle bed. Okay. Okay, let me plug her in. My microphone, by the way, so I can plug in the phone. Okay, so, okay, Larry just fell over. Okay, so the card for the direction of healing energy that I got was the 9 of Spades, the 9 of Swords. And so with that one, what I'm getting is, you know, when anybody we know gets sick, whether it's COVID or anything, or the things that we hear on the news of other people being adversely affected by any number of the things that are going on in our world right now, or you know, things like that, it tends to put us into a state of anxiety and headspin. And the energy that I want to put out there is to kind of get us out of that anxious energy, and let us know that there's a lot of power in each and every one of us. And when we put humanity together, like, oh my gosh, we could make this planet spin a whole different direction, literally, you know, if everybody came together as one. And so the energy that I want to pump out there is one of healing energy, of course, that those who are sick, no matter what they are sick with, you know, whether it be COVID, whether it's cancer, whether it's whatever, that they have a speedy recovery, you know, that they are surrounded by love, and filled with their own light as well as the light of the people around. And I also want people who are healthy anyway to maintain that health, and I want them to be able to help those who maybe are not in as great a health, but to fill them also with that light and that love. And by doing so, putting the power back in our hands, we get out of that anxious energy, that I'm trapped and there's nothing I can do type energy. And there's a lot that we can do. It's not always physical, sometimes it's energetic, and that's what we're going to be doing right now. So we're going to be getting out of this energy, and we're going to help those that are in this energy get out, as well as sending that loving, healing energy to everybody that needs it, which is each and every one of us. And Sherry Bug said, do you have the Earth Warriors Oracle? I think you would like it. There's an eShell card. Do I? I don't think I do. I will have to look that up, actually. Girl, you make me get so many decks. Okay, so here we go. You don't have to stay for the healing. You can, by all means, go about your day, but know that the healing energy will come to you if you're open to it. And by being open to it, you just literally have to be in your mind like, I'm open to it. And then it'll make it to you. You could say it out loud. You can say it in your brain. You could say it in the comments if you want. You could stay, or you could go back to whatever it is that you're doing. So if you're off to go perform ritual, if you're off to go play with the kids, if you're off to go mow the lawn, if you're off to, I don't know, make a beautiful feast, then you go do whatever it is that you need to do. And we'll send that healing energy out, that love energy out, and that empowering energy out. So to all those who are in health, all those who are ill, and let's combine our energy. Let's let's do a little something for this spinning marble in space. Sherry Bug is like, sorry, hashtag not sorry. And MJ said, blessings, you guys. I had a really great time with you today. I've got to get dinner started. Be thinking of you guys. So yeah, see, if you guys need to go off and go do stuff, that's fine. Just know that if you're open, it'll get to you. So this is going out to you guys, but also to your family, to your friends, to your friends of friends. This is going out to everyone. So if you guys want to join in on this too, know that you can as well. So as I'm pumping out the energy, you pump it out in your unique ways too. Okay, so here we go. All right, you guys. Whew. That was a good visual. I like that one. Let's see. Garrett said, up, 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 past the Jellicle Moon. Got to do some choreography for cats. Love you all. Stay safe. And as always, many blessings. Same to you, Garrett, and to all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming into the chat. Like, this is how I love to start my Saturdays. Let me tell you. So, just like we said before, you know, you guys are my extendo family. You know, you guys are my YouTube family. Some of you guys I do know in person. And hey, one day when, you know, it's back to we can do stuff in person, I would like to hold another meetup and possibly actually get to meet many of you guys face to face. I think that would be awesome. So yeah, you guys continue putting out that good energy. Know that energy doesn't have a beginning and ending. It's there for us to move and bend to our will. So continue moving that positive, healing, loving energy. It's ripe. It's there for the moving. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. Have a good Sunday. I'm going to Knott's Berry Farm tomorrow. The park itself isn't open, you know, because obviously, you know, because pandemic. But they have certain times that you can come, time slots for their like it's called their calico like taste testing stuff. So like certain number of people are allowed in the park for that, and then they clean everything down and like the next group of people. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Taste of Calico, that's what it is. So I can't wait to pig out tomorrow. Anyway, catch you all later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.